Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a little while, but we are back. We are better than ever. It's the Large Guys Podcast. It's the best show not on television. I'm your host, Joseph Kirai. We got a little Bytes UFC 275, not to be confused with UFC 257 like I did before we got on air here. But it's UFC 275 predictions. That pay-per-view is happening this coming Saturday. I believe it's June 11th is when the pay-per-view is going to be.
I think it's 12, bro. Well, no, I guess 11 here. Yeah.
11th here, 12th in Singapore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a really fun international flavor-filled card here. We got 2 championships. We got a big women's strawweight bout. We got a big flyweight bout. We're here to just, give our thoughts and our predictions for the show. Of course, as customary these days for these different UFC pay-per-views, we've got our 2 special guests from H-Town, sorry, not A-Town. Sorry,
for some reason, baby, let's go.
I was thinking of Austin Theory for some reason. A-Town down, shout out to Austin Theory. But my 2 boys from Houston, Texas. We're going to start off for me in the top left with Ludacris's Filipino cousin, Jeremy Marquez. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
What's up? It's good to be back. I miss doing this with you guys, man. It really and I actually not saying that I didn't prepare for the last 2, but I actually watched previous fights and films before this recording. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, you're
nice. And of
Houston's
course,
favorite Muay Thai practitioner.
There you go.
Usual.
So
there
you go. We got Muay Thai boy here, and we also have
bro.
We have our grappling guru.
Wait, no. Grappling professor, because I don't know if we announced it or if Kyle's told you.
Yeah, it hadn't happened last time we talked.
Yeah, that's right. So this man has his black belt. Round of applause, please.
Hey, thank you. Thanks. Undeserved, but you gotta just keep grinding, keep working hard. So
the professor is here. So what's up, Kyle? How you doing?
Professor is here.
Don't call me the professor, bro.
How's it feel to have your black belt?
I mean, I guess it was kind of yeah, it just feels undeserved in a way. I mean, I think that's what everyone's told me when they got it. It's just you don't really notice your belt until your professor brings it up, and you're like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for X amount of time, and so it's pretty surreal. It was kind of cool because I got promoted in front of Dean Lister, and if you don't know who Dean Lister is, he's a legendary. He was in the UFC MMA fighter, but also more than that, he's a legendary grappler in his own right, and a very, very important person in the history of sport jiu-jitsu. So it was pretty cool to be promoted in front of him. So yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I got a question for both of you.
Go ahead.
So that's not the only Dean in the UFC. So I got to know, out of the 3 Deans, Dean Lister, Dean Thomas, and Herb Dean, who's the greatest Dean?
Well, Dean Lister is a heavyweight, so what are we talking about here? Are we talking about as a fight? I know Herb Dean.
Who's the greatest Dean?
Who's the greatest Dean? So we said.
For me, it's a no-brainer. It's Herb Dean. The other 2 gotta go.
Yeah, I was like, I almost have to say it's freaking Dean Lister. Dude, he's Jocko Willink's coach. If you know Jocko Willink, then
the great and powerful.
Which Dean are you choosing, Jeremy?
I'm going with Herb Dean. Although I am a fan of Dean Thomas, I would just like his personality and his analysis.
Yeah.
I'm going for the man Herb Dean.
There you go. There you have it. Hey, that's the end of our episode, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy this discourse about the Deans. But yeah, again, big congratulations to Kyle for earning his black belt. And also, since we're talking about things that have, happened in the past that are just, big things to celebrate. I mean, we do have to celebrate the one true king of the lightweight division, Charles Oliveira.
Oh, dude.
He did it, man.
He brought it up.
First of all, Charles Oliveira is on a crusade to just knock out or tap out all the corny white boys that the UFC has to offer, and he successfully completed the trio, the treble.
Bro, don't you get worried though that he gets dropped every time? I mean, he comes back and it's impressive, but it's like, how long can you really keep putting yourself in the fire like that?
Yeah,
like,
until you get caught, right?
Yeah, like really bad.
Somebody's got to come along and actually hurt the man. I mean,
like they almost have to come out to knock him out on the feet before he hits the ground.
Like they got to knock him dead.
Like they got to do the Michael Chandler.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, man, it's so
Let's not talk about that.
because they'll knock him down and he can just lay on his back. Like he doesn't have to chase or cover up. He lays on his back, covers up, and they don't want to engage. So it gives him an opportunity to collect himself and then go back right into the firefight, man. He's impressive. And if he did, I was actually voting for him, so not gonna, let's put that on the record. Right.
I will put this on the record that I'm not gonna front this fight. I don't like admitting this, especially in front of JQ, made me a Charles Oliveira fan. I can't deny him anymore. I really can't. I'm just like, damn. Just that performance, I was just like, all right, I can't deny him, man. He's the best. Like, he's the best. He is the champ without even having the belt right now.
That's true. Oh, I forgot. He doesn't have the belt.
Yeah, he doesn't have the belt.
You don't need. He's bigger than the belt.
Wow, he's bigger than the belt. I think I could agree to that. He's bigger than the belt. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow.
And like just the confidence and the belief in himself. I like the fact. Shout out to whoever the UFC hired as the Portuguese translator. That guy does a hell of a job.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
he does a really good job. But he was like Charles basically said Charles Oliveira is still the champ, and I'm like, undisputed. That's undisputed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the champ has a name, and it's Charles Oliveira, man. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. So I could say.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like who he called out though, but
Connor.
Like, why give? I mean, I get he wants the money fight, but I'm like, bro, like,
let this man get paid. I get it.
He should have really called out Kape, in my opinion.
I think he should have too. I think maybe he's gonna wait for that. If he does get through Islam, you gotta call out Khabib. Like, and Khabib will be there. I'm pretty sure. So it's like,
and that fight is in Abu Dhabi, right?
Well, I don't know if it's been confirmed.
I hear it's.
No, if I'm Charles, I'd be like, nope.
No, if I'm Charles, I'm fighting only in Brazil.
Yeah, like he's a quote unquote champion. He's a champion, so he should be able to make the rules on.
Yeah, he's got the name for sure over Islam. So we shall see how that goes. But I mean, that's looking into pretty far into the future. But right now, we got to look into what's happening this coming Saturday.
Right now.
And so there's not a ton that we're gonna have to say about the early prelims and the prelims. But I know you guys wanted to take some time, so just give us some shout outs for some of the people or some of the fighters that our listeners should be looking out for in the early prelims or the prelims.
I would say Kyung Ho Kang from Korea. He's been in the UFC for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Straight up looks like one of those like a BTS boy, but whatever,
I think Seungwoo Choi is probably looks more like a BTS boy than
yeah. I'll say anyone from Asia, we're rooting for you because we need this.
Yeah.
Ever since Korean Zombie, like shout out to Korean Zombie, but ever since he lost, we kind of need a more Asian.
I might bring him up later, but Sangwoo Choi, I think he's the main. What do they call the main event for the prelim?
It's like the featured bout.
The featured bout. He's facing Sangwoo Choi is a Korean guy. He's coming off a loss against Alex Caceres. He was winning that fight with Alex Caceres, and then he got caught with that rear naked choke. He's fighting Joshua Kulibau, and I'm looking at his bio right now. He's from Sydney, Australia, but he's Filipino. His mom's from Boracay, and his dad is from Pampanga. So hopefully, I mean, we got to support our national people, but I don't know. His record is right now, he won his last fight. He got a draw with Charles Jourdain, and then he lost from Jalen Turner. So
Wait, do y'all know what his nickname is?
what?
His nickname's Kuya.
I wonder if they pronounce like Bruce Buffer pronounces it Kuya Josh, or does he say Joshua Kuya?
It's got to be Kuya Josh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because if not, that's just weird. Like anybody.
Yeah, it's out of context. It's
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And then Kyle, you were bringing up that Brendan Allen and the Jacob Malkoon fight, right?
Yeah, Brendan Allen's he's like either the only guy from the U.S. or one of the only people.
No, I
from
think
he's one of two. Yeah, he is.
He's a U.S. guy. Yeah, he actually was on the up. Like if you look at his career, like he's only been like, stopped a couple of times.
Right.
And he's right there in that echelon of contention. But
yeah,
this is like, I think he's the guy that they're hoping breaks through. I mean, he's
in the middleweight
young.
division.
Yeah, he's young, and middleweight kind of needs more contenders. So yeah, I think this is his fight to.
Mhm.
Well, shoot, he has to fight like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Hopefully he
Could be the
wins.
toughest time.
Yeah, he was a middleweight champ in LFA, and then he kind of broke through in the Contender Series.
Nice. Okay.
And then
What's crazy is the other guy, what's his name? Jacob, he only has like 7 fights, bro. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
He's either really good or they're feeding Brendan Allen.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like when Max Holloway was only like 4-0 when he went to UFC, and they gave him Dustin Poirier. So it's like, so you never know with the level of these guys. So, someone could have a low record, but maybe the UFC sees something in them that is like a lot of potential. So there's a reason that's the featured fight.
Yeah.
They're showcasing the future stars. I'm looking at Brendan Allen's record. He's got a submission win against Kevin Holland.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a submission win over Carl Roberson, ankle lock, and then he got a unanimous decision over Kyle Dacus. So those are some pretty notable.
Yeah, hey, that ankle lock is really good. If you haven't seen it, you rarely see that in the UFC, let alone like MMA guys just tapping to the ankle lock, because people, even jiu-jitsu, people like eat that. Like they'll let their foot break,
Yeah.
But he must have, from when I remember seeing it, because I had to see it. I just wanted to see like what makes an athlete really tap to that. He had it on, like he was breaking the foot. So he's either that or the other guy, Carl Roberson, was just like never got experience to that kind of pressure on the ankle. So but if someone's really good, they'll break the actual foot with the bones, the little bones. So Brendan Allen, he does have a pretty good ground game. I mean, most of his wins are like subs, I think.
He's got
his
last win was a rear naked choke.
Yeah, he has like 10 subs to his records.
So
yeah, UFC is hoping for big things from him, unless they're tricking him, and this Jacob Makun guy is actually like a killer. So
we'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
He's a Sanford guy, Sanford MMA guy.
Okay,
Uh,
cool.
okay.
All right, so let's move on to our main card. We got the first bout of the main card is a welterweight bout. I'm gonna need some help with this Jack fella's name. What's his last name?
Jack Madalena.
Jack Della Madalena versus Ramazan
Emeev.
Emeev. There you go. The classic
Australia
versus Russia.
The history of those two countries.
Yeah,
It goes way back.
Goes back so far. How are you guys feeling? I personally don't know anything about these two gentlemen from their respective countries, so I'm gonna let you guys take the lead on this one because I got no idea.
I know that Dea Madalena, he's from Australia, right? And he's a product of the Contender series.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Huh. Wow, they're
Yeah.
feeding him a veteran right now.
Yeah, so he's 11-2. 9 of his wins are with knockout, or via knockout. So his stand-up is pretty good. From what, like, I've been listening to a lot of like podcasts and analysis, because it's like, man, I don't really know much about this guy, but a lot of people are saying that if he can keep this a stand-up fight, like, he'll get the dub. He is, I don't know if he's a favorite. I think he is the favorite, right, to win?
You said Madalena?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
minus 150.
Mhm.
Okay.
Not by a ton.
Yeah, and they got him against Ramazan, who's M1 global middleweight champion. So M1 is kind of like the
the Russian UFC. Pretty
UFC,
much.
I would say, yeah. And yeah, former champ, and yeah,
He's got a win over David Zawada and Sam Alvey.
decent record. He has, yeah, he's a veteran. A lot of submission wins, and I want to say, yeah, they're really testing this guy,
Right.
Against just a seasoned veteran who probably did some. Hey, how much y'all want to bet he did sambo back?
But I wouldn't be surprised. Some kind of wrestling, or like,
yeah.
I looked up his Wikipedia, International Master of Sports and Combat
Okay,
Sambo.
there you go. See,
Yeah.
like, yeah, anyone that's, if it says USSR, they were born in the USSR.
Yeah.
Chances
Dagestan.
are,
Yeah, he's a Dagestani guy.
yeah, chances are they probably did some sambo. So it's his MMA record plus the lifetime of experience. So yeah. So yeah, this guy's probably gonna go after him on the feet.
Yeah, this is a style makes fights kind of fight. So Ramazan is probably going to want to take him down. He wants to dominate in that top position. Either go for the submission or go for straight ground and pound. But
yeah, I agree. This is a styles matchup.
I like that. Yeah, it seems interesting. Like I said, classic Australia versus Russia. So I mean, you gotta love it.
Drago met Crocodile Dundee.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so our next matchup is a flyweight bout. We got Bontorin versus Kape. Right, it's Kape?
Yeah.
Bontorin versus Kape, and Kape is actually a minus 220 favorite.
Yeah. You want to start? You want to start off with this, Kyle? Because I know you're high on Manel Kape.
This is interesting.
Yeah, Manel Kape, a rising guy initially before he came to the UFC, won the championship and then vacated it to go to the UFC. So he's a stand-up guy, good power,
Power, explosive.
Yeah. Now, with these four champions and other organizations, the UFC does them like no favor. They kind of just throw them
They
in there.
automatically test them.
Yeah, they test them, and like most champions from other organizations, at least the majority of them, they kind of struggle a little bit when they get in UFC. For whatever reason, I guess maybe it's just the level of competition. He lost his first two, and I remember watching his debut, thinking, "Oh man, this guy is he's gonna do it." But yeah, he had trouble, and then
his first two fights were Alexander Pantoja and Mateus Nicolau. Those are like pretty high up there flyweights.
Yeah, and then he got Zaglis and Ode, which he finished them both.
Yeah.
But I remember when he was fighting Ode, that was like his last, like he was probably gonna get cut. Lost that. He was losing that fight. He was getting out grappled, I think. And then he just comes with a flying knee and then just changes his whole demeanor. And right now I think the UFC realize, flyweight is like in need
it needs people.
Yeah, especially people with power or some kind of specialty that like makes them unique. And I think Manuel Kape has that, especially being a former champion. Really only lost to like good guys in
ranked
guys. So, I think this one should be, they're hoping this is like the coming out party, I guess, because
he's I would say Manel Kape is one of those guys where it's like he might be losing the fight and then he just wins. Because this guy is just extremely powerful. Like the power on this guy is like you need to be watching because like he'll throw some stuff out of nowhere and the guy will just flatline.
Yeah, and physically he looks good.
Yeah. He looks pretty big. Interesting.
Yeah, and then they got Bontorin, who he's a grappler. Again, only has lost to good guys, but man, it's been a while since he won. He's like,
he's off of like his last 4 or 3 losses in a no contest. So he won. So like he had a no contest with Matt Schnell that he won, and then I think he tested positive for something. So. But like, if you look at the names that he fought, I mean, Ray Borg, Kai Kara France, Matt Schnell, Brandon Roybal.
Yeah, those are top guys.
These are top guys in the flyweight division. I mean, Kai Kara France is fighting for a title.
Yeah. How real quick, how do you guys see him versus Figgy? Oh wait, no, it's not Fig. It's who's he fighting? Sorry,
Moreno.
Yeah. Because Figgy's hurt, right?
Yeah.
He's
hurt. And he's also butthurt that they're throwing an interim title.
What are they supposed to do?
Yeah, it's like we're not going to wait for you, man. You're going to say you're going to take the rest of the year off.
You don't move the needle like that. You don't move the needle like that.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just happy they're giving Kai Kara France a chance because I've been so like hyped on this guy for a long time now.
Too. Yeah, me too.
I'm not, I'm still on the fence.
That's fair.
Still on the fence, but it's only because his striking is great. But man, because he is small, I think he gets bullied physically.
Yeah.
By guys who don't want to, like, if these guys are smart, they don't want to, they either make it a really ugly fight like Brandon Royval and him had a banger of a fight.
Oh yeah. Good fight. It was fight of the night.
Yeah, or you do it like you just get physical with them. Maybe he changes this with Brandon Moreno, but I don't know. I think Brandon Moreno is coming with the momentum that, he still believes he's champion and he's training really hard. I think then again, Brandon Moreno moved camps, I think. So
This is a rematch. They
Yeah.
fought before.
mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like a long time ago, back when like Brandon Moreno was like first made it on to the Ultimate Fighter. Right after. But it was in 2019.
Okay. All right, we are going to move on to.
Oh wait, are we gonna give a prediction for? I don't
Oh,
think we've been giving.
oh yeah,
predictions.
Manuel Kape, dude.
I'm gonna do Manel Cop. I'll do knockout like round 3 with an overhand.
I think Bontorin is gonna get desperate on the trying to impose his will through
Right.
grappling exchanges, but I think Manuel Kape is physically he is strong, so I think he's gonna be able to keep it on the feet. Yeah, so Manuel Kape should be the favorite.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Cop TKO second round.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'll say second round too. Finish.
All right. You're okay.
Bet. All right.
I like to be conservative, but all right. That's
Fair enough. All right, now we're moving on to this is the people's main event.
People's main event.
So women's strawweight bout. This is big time rematch. This is, I mean, what
This is a
was the
huge
best
fight.
fight of 2019, right? Was it 2019?
This was, in
Before
my
the
opinion,
pandemic.
Yeah, so 2019.
this was the greatest women's MMA fight in history. Nothing has topped this.
Yeah.
And I think you guys can agree with me with that statement.
Yeah.
I
I
agree
mean,
now.
I'm sure that Juliana Pena and Amanda Nunes rematch will be the greatest of all time, but
But skill wise,
like, dude.
this, yeah, and honestly, like this is what I mean. The follow up when Weili fought Rose, I thought it was going to be just as much of a banger, and it was a really good one. But the Joanna fight against Weili was insane.
Yeah,
Like,
I rewatched that fight yesterday on my off day, and I bursted out laughing whenever, like, in the fourth or fifth round, Weili hits like a straight just cross right into that hematoma, and freaking Daniel Cormier goes like, "Oh my gosh, Joe, he just hit the bubble." I was like, bro. And I was like, they showed it in slow motion, and it's like, dude, it looks exactly if you would hit an aqua bag. I'm like, bro, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. The fact that Joanna walked out of that octagon on her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, Weili also didn't look great coming out of it, but Joanna.
So I think we should start this discussion with, do you guys actually think that Weili won that fight? I'm interested to hear your thoughts, because a lot of people were like, they see it, like a lot of people are seeing it both ways. Because the way I saw the fight was, I think Weili edged out a close split, which was the official decision. And I agree with the official decision, but I can see if people say no, it was Joanna split as well, just mainly on the volume that she was putting out. But I do believe that Weili had the more significant strikes that did the most damage. And I mean, you can tell from that hematoma, but just like, you could tell after, like, Weili sat on her punches and would throw a quick cross, like, Joanna would just like kind of like teeter back a little bit, use her footwork, and just like, oh, that hurt. And then she would stagger back and like go back into her rhythm again.
Yeah.
I mean, damage should count for something, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the significant strike thing too. And I mean, if you really want to get technical, I'm pretty sure Weili had more control of the octagon because of that too, because she always had Joanna kind of like stunned and more towards the cage.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think watching the fight though, like if I was gonna judge it, and I know like a lot of people are probably gonna disagree with me, I only gave Joanna like maybe like one round, and it was like round 3. Because that was the round where she was dictating the rhythm the most part, and she was getting there first and zipping out. before Weili could counter-strike against whatever Joanna was throwing. I know that some people are going to disagree with me and say, no, it's 3 rounds to 2. But I really think that Joanna really only won round 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again. It's been so long. But Kyle, what do you think?
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that again because that's kind of interesting point. Like significant strikes versus volume. Like you could throw a lot of strikes, but if none of them do anything or to your opponent and they're still coming forward and just landing something flush on you that causes more damage, I would say that's more effective because you're causing damage. Yeah, I think that's a good point. And Joanna is known for a high volume striking output. But Weili is a physical woman. Like she likes coming forward and she likes imposing her will. I think that's why the Rose fights, especially the first one, she played distance, which cost her, and then the second one tried to change that up, which she did a lot better. And Rose, barely won that fight by split decision. Man, I would say because dude, Joanna hasn't fought since their last fight.
I know.
I mean, I'm glad she took that time off. It's good that she lived her life. Whenever that fight happened, like the first fight was March 2020. I'm like, just take the rest of the year off, please. Don't fight in 2020. And then she didn't come back in 2021. I'm like, what's going on? But she was like, oh, I'm just living my life, doing my thing. I'm still training, still keeping fit, still training for like a fight. I'm just, but my thing is like, man, there's a big difference between training just to train and training when you got a fight coming up.
Yeah. That's
2 different like mindsets for training. And based on record, like Weili, although after the Jędrzejczyk fight, she only had she took that year off too in 2020 and then came back in 2021. But like she's been the more active fighter despite her having 2 losses.
Yeah.
So I mean, and ring rust is a thing. So
not for CM Punk. Anyway, all right. So in terms of a prediction score, how this next fight is gonna go, where do you guys see it going? Because I'm gonna just drop my prediction here, and I'm gonna say Weili, head kick, 2nd round.
Ooh. I think
I like the way she is always like bouncing, like her style, and
it's that Sanda style. And so I don't know if you guys know this. This camp she was not with Cejudo's camp. She went to Phuket. No. She went to Phuket in Thailand. So she wasn't with Tiger. She was with Bang Tao Muay Thai, which Kyle, are you familiar with the Hickman brothers?
yes.
So they opened up their own spot in Phuket. They're not employed. They basically parted ways with Tiger Muay Thai and they opened up their own MMA and Muay Thai spot called Bang Tao Muay Thai in Phuket.
Huh.
So yeah. So she did most of her camp there. I think Yuri dropped in to the camp there. And a lot of people are saying, other than like Tiger Muay Thai and AKA Thailand, like that's the spot to go to for MMA in Thailand right now.
Oh, okay.
So
I like it.
She's been working on her Muay Thai, I guess. So we'll see.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be with a kick.
I got Joanna, bro.
Dang.
I'm going underdog. I'm going underdog.
Yeah.
It's worked out for you in the past.
Yeah, she's a good sprawler and brawler.
I'm going underdog because, and it's, on a technical level, it's just I think the time off is good. Yeah, I do
Mhm.
believe ring rust, but she prays the rosary, so like,
It's true.
I mean, shoot, I don't know why Joseph's going for the other girl. I mean, but whatever, man. Like, I believe faith over. So I'm
That's
going
what
for
Charles be winning.
I think Joanna will get her split decision. I think it's gonna be a fight that we all expect is gonna be just chaos.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so yeah. That's gonna be such a like.
And so this fight is not a main event. It's 3 rounds. So they're gonna get rolling quick.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Us now.
They don't have to
They
wait.
have to move fast.
Yeah.
But I think, man, this is a tough fight for me because I'm a big Joanna fan. Ever since she like beat the crap out of Carla, I'm like, bro, I'm a huge fan. She's got a really extensive
Hey, what do you got
amateur
against
Muay Thai
Carla, bro?
career. I don't have anything against Carla. I just seeing
She's
Jacek.
boring. That's what we have against her. She's boring.
I mean, Joanna lit her up like for the
Bro,
champion.
did you see
like,
that fight?
That
JQ?
was
No, I didn't.
like
You need to watch it, bro.
I think Carla's boring though. So
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Joanna impressed me more, man. I prefer striking over grappling. Sorry, man. That's what Kyle's here for.
that is true. Yeah.
Joanna has a very extensive amateur Muay Thai career. She represented Poland at the IFMA champions, like literally like 5 years in a row, and she won gold every single time from 2009 all the way to 2013. So she's pretty high. She's actually fought what's her name? Shevchenko, Valentina Shevchenko a couple times in IFMA. But
wow. Okay.
Yeah. They were fighting each other in the amateurs.
Yeah, I would actually.
She lost every time.
Probably.
Yeah, she did. But I mean,
and when fought as a pro, like but it just shows how good Valentina is, which we'll get to.
Oh yeah, we'll get there
next.
Yeah.
We'll get to next. I will say that the thing with Joanna that scares me is she's very, very aggressive to the point where it's like she kind of gets like this bloodlust. Like, I'm gonna just go for it. Yeah. Whatever the plan is, we're gonna throw it out the window. Let's just like go for it, kind of thing. And I really think, I just hope that she's training at ATT now. I just hope that ATT was like, look, we got to stick to the plan. We got to stick and move. We got to avoid the power shots. We got to, like, she's got the longer reach, set up the jab, feint, and then she's an excellent counter striker, but so is Weili. So I feel like if she can maintain the distance, first beat discipline, second maintain the distance, third use feints to kind of just like get Weili to flinch and then counter strike. So counter strike her counter strike, she should be able to win. But that's a big if, because like once you get the blood pumping in her, it's like, F the plan, let's go. Like, let's just fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
So
what's the prediction here though? All said and done.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Joanna unanimous. Since Kyle already got Joanna in the split.
Ooh, bro, we going for the underdogs, man.
Y'all are haters, man. Whatever happened to supporting our Asians, man? You said we don't have.
Right. I guess that.
You don't do it, man. It's just because she's.
Hey, I was talking about
messed up.
Everywhere except communist China, bro.
So. Yeah.
I was waiting. I'm like, bro, he's gonna say it.
I know. It's because she's Chinese.
You got it out of me. I'm just saying.
Anyway, we're gonna move on from that one.
Yeah, you could bleep that out if you want.
Nah, I don't care. We're gonna move on to the co-main event. There is probably not much to talk about.
I mean,
here besides,
are we gonna talk about this?
I got a little of a hot take on this.
Okay, so we have.
Here we go. Let's start it off. Let's go.
Okay. So we have the women's flyweight championship title bout. We got the champ, Valentina Shevchenko, versus the challenger, Santos.
Damn, disrespectful.
God, we gonna forget her name like minutes after the fight. Let's be honest. That is actually really disrespectful though.
Super
But
disrespectful.
Valentina's a minus 630 favorite.
Jeez.
That is pretty sizable.
Bro, Kyle, I know you're gonna put money on Santos, bro. Plus 450.
All right, like look. Here's you watch both of their fights. So everyone toots Valentina on her striking class, right? But Talia actually has a very similar approach. That she'll stand in front of her girl. She'll walk towards her opponent. And what Valentina is really good at is maintaining distance with their kicks. And she has a nice 1-2 southpaw. Talia, same thing, orthodox though. She throws more looping shots, and Talia has power with her hands, and she throws a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah, she is. So with her being Brazilian, you would think she has a jiu-jitsu base, but she actually started with Muay Thai first.
Both of them are very strong on the ground. They're both very physical when they with grappling exchanges. So I would say it's whoever gets the top position is probably gonna impose their will. Like I think this is gonna be this is either gonna be a really boring fight, or this is gonna be just as good as Weili and Jacek.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see We're gonna see a stand like a Muay Thai style fight in this one. This might be underrated, so we'll see.
A lot of people are saying that Santos presents the biggest challenge right now to Shevchenko, just like skill wise. I will say, like, I'm not really impressed. Like, she's on a 4-fight win streak, but Joanne Wood, Roxanne Modafferi, who recently retired, shout out to her, Jillian Robertson, and Molly McCann. So it's just like she's coming off those 4 wins. And that division is so desperate for talent. They're just throwing her like whoever. But it is interesting to see, like, she presents a lot of challenges, especially with her being taller, and not that much taller, but I think the length advantage and her base being more striking than jiu-jitsu. It'll be interesting. The problem is, man, it's just like Valentina is so methodical in her approach and everything. And like, man, even if it goes on the ground, like once Valentina gets someone in that crucifix position, it's just like, bruh, you're not getting out. Yeah. Oh man, freaking! I was watching Dan Hardy's podcast, and she was saying that if Valentina was in 1, that crucifix position would be killer because you're allowed to throw grounded knees.
Yeah, the knees.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The knees would be brutal.
Yeah, so being like, imagine like crucifix with the elbows and then knees added to it. I'm just like, bro. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's
Valentina. Once you clean out your division and then beat Nunez, just go to 1, bro. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's cool. You got nothing else to prove.
That's why I won championships for the people, man. Grounded knee strikes. That's what we want to see. I'm sure Piotr Jan would love to be in in 1 championship right now.
Yeah.
Her only chance is when Valentina throws that 1-2, and if it lands, if Valentina doesn't like exit or move her head, like Talia tends to like just loop her punches over the hands, which put down what's her last is it Joanne Calderwood? No, Talia Santos.
Wood. Yeah, Joanne Wood. She's not Calderwood anymore. She's Wood.
Oh, right.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because her husband his last name is Wood.
Okay, so she just got rid of the first.
Yeah, she just got rid of the Calder. So now she's just
hilarious.
Joanne Wood.
That is hilarious.
All right. Wow. Interesting. But yeah, like Joanna Wood was winning that fight actually with 1-2s, like, but she stayed right there, right in front of Santos, and Santos ate a couple and eventually looped that right hand that just changed the whole fight. I'm not saying Shevchenko get caught by any of that, but I agree. I think this is the most challenging stylistic matchup for Shevchenko, because this girl is almost like a mirrored, like they're very similar in height, I believe range, and they're both very physical in grappling and in striking. So this actually, like I said, I think this might be a really good fight. That being said, I'm still going to go for Shevchenko based on level of experience and opponent. Because you look at Taila Santos's record, yeah, it's a lot of wins, only one loss, but not the level as Shevchenko, who
the quality of opponents doesn't compare to Shevchenko's
100%
record.
And if Shevchenko beat Joanna Jacek, who's also a very Muay Thai volume puncher with power, then I think that should say a lot. She's fought Amanda Nunez 2 times. People say she won the second fight. So she beat Holly Holm. So, just level of competition.
Yeah.
But man, am I gonna put money on the other girl just because I can?
Yeah, as you should.
Who knows? Maybe I will. So that way I can go back on here and just say I told you so. So my record, who I'm voting for, is Shevchenko. On the record.
And who did you say, Jeremy?
I'm gonna go Shevchenko. I will say this: Santos, I think her only chance is within the first 2 rounds, because Shevchenko can be, she usually takes the first round as a feel out process. Like with her being so methodical, if you look at like most of her fights, the first round is her just baiting, feinting, and just like, how are you going to react to this so I can set up this? And then rounds 2 and 3, she picks it up.
She's so good.
Yeah. She's crazy, man.
Okay.
But
So second round.
I will say I'll say TKO round 3.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Valentina round 3 with a Kimura lock.
I'll go unanimous decision.
Oh, you think it goes all the way? Okay.
Wow.
It goes all the way. Yeah. If I think Santos will give her the trouble, I think she will, like leg kicks and power, then I think Shevchenko will change her tactics and make it more of a distant kind of fight.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
All right. And before we get to the main event, this is an unofficial sponsor of Prize Picks, but shout out to Draymond Green for ruining my parlay tonight. I hate you, dude. I hate you so much.
They win?
They're down by 12. The Warriors are down by 12 with 4.5 to go. So
good.
One of my friends from NorCal, shout out to Jeremy San Miguel, texted me. He was like, yeah, I think Scott Foster should get banned from the NBA. And I was like, dude, we've been saying that for like 8 years now. So it's the one time Scott Foster's against Warriors fans, they finally realized what we had to go through. But anyway, we're going to move on to our main event. It's a lightweight championship title bout. We have the champ, Glover Teixeira, versus the challenger, Yuri Prochazka. This is a fun one for sure. This is going to be a fun one. For me, I think Ooh, I don't know if this one goes the distance, but
Kyle, you want to start off with this one?
yeah, how are we feeling about this one? Because look, Yuri's a fan. I think they're both fan favorites, right?
Yeah.
Yuri has yet to become a household name, but I think this will be like they're kind of pushing him like real
Right.
quick. This is his third fight in UFC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and back to back great performances. He's a rising guy like Manil Kape, and he
household name in Japan.
Yeah, light heavyweight champion. Dude, his record speaks for itself, man. 28,
Right.
25 finish or 25 knockouts, 2 submissions. Only went the distance one time. In Rising,
he beat CV Dalloway. He beat King Mo.
Yeah, and after King Mo beat him, I think knocked him out, and then he comes back years later and gets his revenge on that. So
he beat Vadim Nemkov. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's like a top light heavyweight in Bellator right now. Yeah,
so he's and he has a personality. He's very, that Bushido, that very corny Bushido kind of. I'm a samurai, like.
Yeah, look, I mean, just look at his hair, his whole presentation.
It's charming in a way, but you could, in a weird way, he's like really about it. Like he really.
Yeah, the Book of Five Rings is like his Bible, apparently.
Yeah, right. So clearly, this guy is
living the gimmick.
Yeah, not even. I think it's like.
No, he's about it, bro.
Oh, so
like lives in solitude, like. He's about it.
He's dedicated. Let's just say that. And so yeah, the UFC sees so much in him. And if you look at his style, hands down, and he crowds you, hands down. That is such an insane way to fight. Yeah, his confidence level is just it's up there. Especially to go against Dominic Reyes and
with that crazy spinning elbow.
Yeah, and get in his face. He did get caught. Yeah, he did get caught. Recovered. Survived the grappling exchanges also. But again, that's just like almost like a risk he takes. Putting his hands down, and I think the advantage, putting his hands down like that is his punches come from odd angles that guys who are used to fighting a certain way just they can't replicate it in the training room. That being said, Glover Teixeira is he's a dog, veteran. Man. He's a dog. Though I think Glover might get cracked. In this one, I think he might get hit. But the good thing about Glover is when he gets hurt, you watch all his fights where he gets dropped, he does the same thing. He dives for a leg and usually gets it. That is a very experienced fighter right there. Like he doesn't panic. If he gets hurt, he automatically goes for the leg, and he is very good at grappling. That he can turn the tide just with the grappling exchange, and he has power. Yeah. See, I'm like conflicted. It's like, do you believe in the wildness of Yuri and the hype as much as he believes in himself, or do you believe in a tested product that works over and over again?
And I like to think that the UFC fan base is kind of split right now, because whenever Glover won against Jan, that was crazy. I think Kyle, you and I were watching that fight.
That was crazy.
And that was crazy. But like a lot of people are really hyped on Yuri too, just because of the wild strikes, wild variety of stuff that he brings and his crazy eccentric personality and whatever. So it really is I think despite Glover being 42 and Yuri being, how old is he? like young, right? He's not even in his athletic prime yet. He's 29, so he's approaching it, right? Like Glover's first MMA fight was in 2002, which is like nuts to me. I'm just like, this is on some like Randy Couture level stuff right here. But I think me personally, I think the best way to describe, if I was going to describe, it's like, hey, if you're going to describe Glover in one word, like, or in like a phrase, what would you describe him as? He's the crafty veteran to me. Like, he has been in the game so long and very like kind of just like keeps his head low and gets like his wins here and there. Yeah, he's had some losses, but like it's losses to notable names. You know what I mean? Like, other than John Jones, Phil Davis back in his prime, Anthony Johnson, Alexander Gustafsson, Corey Anderson, right? I think just him being in those pressure situations where he gets dropped and he drops for the leg, he knows, like, he's proven that he can stay calm in those situations. Yuri, he hasn't even fought a fight in that's more than 3 rounds. Like, I'm literally looking in his record. Everything is round 1, round 3, round 2, round 1. So when it gets to those championship rounds, it'll be interesting to see. It's like, okay, does he have the gas tank to keep this up? Or will Glover eventually, rounds 3, 4, and 5, find ways to bring him, like, drag him to the ground? And Glover is an OG MMA wise. So he's going to maintain that top position. He's going to come heavy with the ground and pound. And then when he sees the opportunity for a rear naked choke or some kind of classic like submission, like head arm triangle, rear naked choke, like whatever, like he's going to go for it. So if I'm being completely honest, I think I'm probably going to go Glover submission round 4. Rear naked choke. If I was going to, like, that's my prediction. Because it's like, I like Yuri. I like his wild style. I like the wild strikes. I think it's crazy during the Dominic Reyes fight that he freaking fought him like most of the time with his hands down. I'm like, that's nuts. But it's like, to me, all that wild stuff, all the eccentric stuff doesn't matter if you can't get this freaking 42-year-old tank off of you in the mount.
If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I think I gotta say Prochazka, KO first round, just lights out.
Yeah, if I'm sure
It's possible.
Prochazka wants that too. I'm
Spinning
sure
back
he wants
elbow. Like the Judas, like he's gonna do the Judas effect.
You're right. Yeah, I guess that is the Judas effect. Shout out to Chris Jericho.
And the GOAT, one of the GOATs.
No, I agree with Jeremy. I don't think Glover is going to panic under that kind of pressure that Prochazka brings. If anything, man, I think Glover's going to grab him. As soon as that dude gets close, I think Glover's just going to grab him. And I think the difference in strength is going to be apparent.
Yeah.
I mean, I got Glover winning maybe second round submission. I still think Yuri's ground game might be suspect. Like, I don't know if he has that much of a ground game in terms of defense.
Yeah.
With Dominic Reyes, he was able to get up from bad positions, but Dominic Reyes isn't known as like a dominant grappler.
Mm-hmm.
But Glover is. I think Glover will smother him.
Mm-hmm.
And
my thing is, Sorry. My thing is that all this eccentric, like crazy stuff doesn't necessarily beat the basics and fundamentals. So if like your ground game, especially at this high level, if your ground game is like at an amateur level or not even pro level, you're going to get exposed pretty quickly. And to be honest, like I don't think Yuri's been in the UFC long enough for that to be exposed. And he could possibly, there's a big chance he could be exposed on Saturday.
Yeah, I think they might have pushed Yuri just a little too early, but it could pay off. If it pays off, he's a star.
Mhm.
It changes the whole division. But if it doesn't, it was kind of like, oh man, like they should have probably given him one more fight.
Right. Like a title eliminator.
Yeah, title eliminator against whoever else is ranked. But yeah, I got Glover winning this. That and yeah, again, level of, if you look at the level of people Glover's fought, it's just literally,
it speaks for itself.
Yeah. I mean, he beat Jared Cannonier when Jared Cannonier was still like light heavyweight. Yeah, huge. Anthony Smith, he beat Anthony Smith. Again, he beat Jan. Thiago Santos. Finished all of these guys. I don't even see this fight going a distance.
No.
Yeah, someone's getting put away. So, man.
All right. Well, there you have it. Those are our predictions for the UFC 275 card happening this Saturday, June 11th, 2022. You can catch it live on pay-per-view, or you can do what the rest of us do and watch for free.
Go to Kyle and Kim's house, help pay for the pay-per-view.
Exactly. I wasn't advocating for stream or anything like that, Dana. So just chill out. What you could do is, split the pay-per-view with your good friends on the north side of Houston, per se. I don't know.
Oh, Kyle, you want to announce speaking of houses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so me and Kim are moving to our own place. So that's
another round of applause. Homeowner.
Big things, man. Big things.
Big things. Big money moves for the Nunez.
Yeah, step one into my acres of land one day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm learning a lot and learning what it means to be a homeowner, and finally gonna, I guess in a way, like learn how to mow a lawn. That's gonna be interesting. So yeah.
Good luck. Good luck in the summer in Houston.
Yeah, it was hot today, and it's gonna be 100 degrees this weekend. So
this weekend is gonna be crazy. Like the heat index is like 106.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, man.
Wait a minute, I'm golfing on Saturday. No way.
You better stay hydrated. Dude, you're already gonna be darker as it is, man. The heck.
I'm gonna have to golf in a tank, bro. Like for real. Cause we're golfing at like 12:05.
Bro, that's the word. You couldn't find a morning tea time?
Gosh. Yeah. Well, no, yeah, I wasn't the one that booked it, so whoever booked it just. I mean, I was hoping for like a 9 a.m. because I was like, okay, I could swing that.
Yeah, good luck with getting a 9 a.m.
Oh my god, that's gonna suck. Well, at least I was gonna golf in shorts anyway, but sounds horrible. But yeah, no, congratulations. Congratulations all around to Kyle for a lot of big things.
Okay, I want to do this thing because I know that we only do this for we do these fight bites for like pay-per-views.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like we miss out on a lot of good fight nights. So there's 2 fight nights before the next pay-per-view, which is Adesanya versus Cannonier. I'm just gonna quick fire some of like the bouts, and you just say the name, and then we'll just leave it as that and move to the next one. Okay. So this is the fight night right after. This is actually the one in Austin. This is the one right after this pay-per-view. Calvin Kattar versus Josh Emmett. JQ.
Josh Emmett.
Calvin Kattar.
Kyle.
Calvin Kattar.
I'm gonna go for Calvin Kattar. Cowboy Cerrone versus Joe Lozon. JQ.
Lozon.
Kyle.
Lozon.
Oh, that
I'm gonna go for Cowboy. I'm going for
Emmett
Cowboy.
is gonna be so good.
Yeah. All right. Okay, here we go. Tim Means versus Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland.
Mm,
But that's conflicting.
Tim Means.
I'm gonna go for Kevin Holland.
Gotta go for the Texas guy.
Yeah. So that's like pretty. Those are like, that's the main event, co-main, and I guess the people's main, for that fight card. And then for the next one,
That's all
which
on the
is like
same
the
card?
week. Yeah, that's one card.
I'm tuning in
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And then
Gosh.
for this is the weekend of the 25th. So this
Okay.
is at the Apex. This is the one I tagged you in that you were talking smack about, JQ. Arman Sarukian versus Mateusz Gamrot.
Sarukian, right? He's the one that's supposed to win.
I mean, both of these guys are like pretty good. So
Well,
Kyle.
I don't either of them. So Sarukian.
Gamrot.
I'm gonna go for Sarukian.
Gamrot.
And then Chris Curtis versus Rodolfo Vieira.
It's not even a
Vieira.
question. It's not even a question. It's gonna be Rodolfo.
Yeah, I think
Vieira.
Rodolfo.
Vieira.
Dang, he had to correct me with the Brazilian,
Yeah.
with the Portuguese.
What is this?
Okay. Yeah, we both said
Yeah.
Vieira.
Vieira. I'll go for Chris Curtis. I'll give Chris Curtis a chance. All right. And then can we do like a quick like MMA news things? Because there's some things that I want to pick your brain. I'm interested to hear. So Bryce Mitchell, he's ranked number, oh man, where are the UFC rankings? 9 right now,
Okay.
I think. Today, he wants to fight someone like at least like in the bottom 5 of the top 5, and he thinks Korean Zombie is the best opponent for him. Who wins that fight, Mitchell or Korean Zombie?
Oh,
Ooh, that's actually a good one to call out for him.
no, that is actually pretty genius.
That's yeah. Gotta go with the Rising Star. I'm sorry, Korean Zombie. Like, I mean, it's not that I don't have faith in him no more, but at this point, if he takes another L, it's not gonna hurt as the last 2. So I'm going with Bryce Mitchell. And he Thug Nasty, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Thug Nasty.
Thug Nasty, bro.
Yeah, I think Bryce Mitchell physically can take Korean Zombie, like can push the pace on him.
You think he finishes him, or do you think it goes to decision? I think that's it.
I think he dominates him like on the ground.
He puts him
Do
in
you think he out twisters the twister?
Yeah. Who's
I don't think Korean Zombie's gonna get caught like that, but I think physically he might get dominated by Bryce.
That's
Mitchell.
true.
Positional too. It's just
yeah. I'll back the Korean Zombie for this. I watched the fight with Edson Barbosa, and I am a Thug Nasty fan, but I love the Korean Zombie way too much.
Bro, listen to Bryce Mitchell's mixtape, and you tell me if you're still gonna believe in him like that.
Okay, and then this is gonna be a fight night. This is not gonna be a pay-per-view, so we can talk about this because we're probably not gonna we're mainly do these for pay-per-views. So for August 13th, which is I believe is a fight night, they have Dominic Cruz versus Marlon Vera.
going with Cheeto, man? I love both of them, but Cheeto Vera is my guy.
And
Dominic.
Kyle's like,
Dominic Cruz.
you go for D Cruz.
Yeah, I was. Man, no. Yeah, because I really, dude, I'm like a Marlon Vera fan, but when this, I'm gonna go with Dominic Cruz. I think Dominic Cruz has, but I think he's gonna get beaten up in this fight too. So I'm not. It's not like Dominic Cruz he's gonna win split decision, whatever.
I'm gonna go for Chito.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna go for Chito.
That's a fun. Yeah, that's a fun fight too.
That's a fun fight.
That is a lot of fun.
And then rumors. There's a rumor for 278 in August that I don't know if this is going to be the main event or a co-main or the people's main, but Dustin Poirier versus Gaethje 2 is a big rumor that's circulating for that 278 card. So I don't want to call out predictions because I feel like this is gonna be like we might do a podcast on this, we might not.
Yeah,
but do you think for Poirier that's the move? Because a lot of people were saying, oh, he's gonna fight someone else, like he's gonna fight Colby at welterweight.
Yeah, do something crazy
and do something like go up a weight class.
Yes.
Does he do?
This gets him to the title.
Yeah.
It does. Oh yeah. He beats Gaethje. He's next to lose to Oliveira, but he's next.
Either that or him and Michael Chandler. I think Michael Chandler would be the move, in my opinion, just because Michael Chandler is on a win streak right now, or win right now, and they've never fought. So,
Yeah.
So either one of those two, it's gonna be a good fight. But I kind of want to see him at welterweight. I don't know, but
I don't know how it's gonna go for
Dustin
him.
Poirier.
Like, do you really think he could beat Colby at welterweight?
No.
Yeah,
I just want to see either that or Nate Diaz. I don't know, but
we can fight George. You think he would fight him actually? Probably not.
That's a stretch.
No, George is he's a.
You got to do some like wild, crazy things to get George out of retirement, man. He's enjoying retirement.
No. I meant George Masvidal, not George St. Pierre.
Oh, Jorge.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant by George. Yeah. No, not St. Pierre. Can you imagine?
I was like, George? GSP?
Like, where did that come from, bro?
No, so I said some disrespectful things, but I would never disrespect GSP like that.
No,
Dang,
no, they're on the
say.
same team. I don't think they'd.
Oh, they are. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense for either of them to do that.
Yeah, Poirier had been he was backing up Masvidal pretty hard during the Colby feud. So, okay.
Yeah, hey, if it is Poirier Gaethje too, I'm about it. So.
Yeah, man, we need to see all these top contenders just fighting each other, just like how hopefully it gets going with boxing with what's his name, with Tank winning and Devin Haney winning, like all the dudes in that class.
Yeah,
I get those two guys confused along the Stevenson.
Oh, Shakur.
Shakur, yeah, they're all the same guy to me. I'm like, didn't he just fight on us? And they're all knocking dudes out. So it's like
that's true.
Oh man, since we're talking about boxing,
yeah, we'll end on boxing.
You gotta give a GG to Naoya Inoue, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
hey man,
that one hurt.
Hey, but it's like there was no other end. There was no other outcome.
Yeah, and it's tough because it's like, dang, Nonito Donaire is like really proving like he's still about it though. Like he's winning titles, he's beating dudes.
Yeah.
That are like, I wouldn't say twice like his age, but you know what I mean. But like, man, like these are guys that are like this generation of fighters or the previous generation of fighters, and he's still beating them. He's still winning titles. So like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, man. Doesn't help that Inoue looks like a punk, dude.
Yeah, he does.
Right? He looks like a punk, dude.
Yeah, but he's so nasty. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Dude,
he'll kill someone with
crazy.
the liver shot and whatever. But bro, I'm like, dude, why are you gonna lose to this guy?
Man, it's tough, but yeah, I think boxing's fun again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has characters now. It
Yeah.
definitely does. It feels like they got
Mhm.
personalities.
Yeah.
They just need that one. They just need that one guy, kind of like a Triple G. That's just a blue collar guy that everyone can get behind, or
Yeah.
at least the people who aren't into the flashiness of, you know,
Mhm.
of Tank and Stevenson, etc. They need like a blue collar guy to get behind too. So, but right now, I think, yeah, to me, the lighter weight classes are carrying boxing right now.
No, they got a blue collar guy in boxing. They got a what's his name? Jake Paul, I think is his name, Rising Star.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
That's a
dude.
blue collar guy. If ever. He's from Cleveland. Come on.
Yeah, how long he's been boxing? Man, he doesn't have an amateur, right? He just like trained really hard.
He's basically the Prochazka of boxing, is from what I hear. You know,
Dude, they say he might be the next what's the name? The next Francis Ngannou.
I
Like,
was not expecting you to say that.
yeah, just,
The next thing, God, dude, that's wild.
yeah, bro.
I can't deal with y'all right now.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap us up. That one.
Oh wait, quick plugs. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Quick plugs. Yeah.
Kyle, you go first.
Shout out to all my teammates who's been competing at various local invitationals. They've been killing it. Getting some good top names. Shout out to the jiu-jitsu community. ADCC is coming up this September. It's supposed to be the biggest grappling event possibly of its day and age right now. So this September, you might hear more about it as it approaches, especially because jiu-jitsu has a GOAT right now on his conquest. So
it's in Vegas this year, right?
Yeah, in Vegas, and the production is big, and they're pouring a lot of money into this, hoping that this is a turning point for the sport. That and if you want to watch something interesting, I would say Karate Combat. You've got it. Karate Combat is something to, if you want a different kind of martial arts to watch, I'll say Karate Combat's a good one to watch. All right, you, Jeremy?
Yeah, Karate Combat is something to watch. There's a lot of people that get their start in Karate Combat that have made their way to UFC and won. I think what's his name? Giga was on Karate Combat,
really?
and then he started with Karate Combat, and then he made his way to the UFC.
UFC, yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Shout outs to my gym, Sammy's Muay Thai. It's my family now. That's my tribe, man. I love everyone there. Good family atmosphere. If you're looking for a place to train, get right. Summer's here. Sammy's Muay Thai. Look us up on Instagram. Our Instagram, finally, we have control of it again. It was hacked, and so we were getting. Huh?
That got deactivated or what?
No, we got hacked by I don't know, they didn't have control over it a while, and they would just randomly post this Bitcoiner, hey, I made this much in Bitcoin, yeah. So I'm just we finally got control of the Instagram again, so you can refollow us up. Don't report us anymore, please. But my coach, Sammy Mangonia, he is fighting for the Texas Muay Thai promotion July 9th. It's going to be for a 147-pound title. The guy he's fighting is no joke. He was a Glory fighter. He's from Morocco, so he has a Dutch kickboxing background. So that'll be a good fight. One of our other teammates, Ray Enzo, who's the Muay Thai coach from Revo Dojo, where my coach used to train, he's on that card. So yeah, if you want to support support your local shows, support your local Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA fighters. That's how they get their start, and this is how the shows get going. Support your local shows, support your local fighters. My coach, the last fight he fought at, he raised $13,000 in ticket sales. He's trying to get to 15,000 this year. It's not in Texas City. It's not in Booker T's arena. Shout out to Booker T. But I'm not driving to Texas City for his arena anymore. It's going to be at the Humble Civic Center. So it's going to be closer. So yeah, man, July 9th, come see a good Muay Thai card. And then, shout outs to my teammate, Brandon Taylor. He just made his amateur debut. That's the guy that I posted on my story. He made his amateur debut on the Fury FC card. This guy is going to be a problem in the flyweight division. He is a NCAA Division I track athlete, ran track at Miami and at Houston. He did Taekwondo and like sport karate for a long time. Dude, this guy does not get tired. He is so quick and explosive. I remember we sparred. He question mark kicked me in the head and perforated my freaking eardrum.
Oh, let's go.
So yeah, so shout out to that guy. He made his debut this past Sunday, earned a quick dub. So shout out to him, man. He's gonna have a good career. His career just started. So follow my boy, Brandon Taylor. Look him up. And plugs. That's it. I know. Sorry, JQ, prolonging the thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun editing this tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining us. It's always a good time to have Jeremy and Kyle on the show. We have been on hiatus for the podcast for a little bit, just taking time for ourselves, having a little me time, starting off the summer, right, and whatnot. We're gonna get back into it. There's definitely gonna be some other shows that we have going on for the rest of this month. Going into the summer, there's always something going on. So just stay tuned, keep rocking with us. Thank you to anybody who is watching this right now and has watched in the past and will continue to watch in the future. The amount of times that people actually when we take a little time off, people are like, hey, what's going on with the podcast? Or like, hey, I saw this, blah, blah, blah. It actually does, it really does warm my heart. So I really appreciate anybody who has supported us and continues to support us. Really appreciate that. So thank you to anybody who's watching this right now. Keep rocking with us, and we will see you guys next time. Peace out. God bless.